Hi everybody, and welcome to OceanCore's Pollution Solutions for anyone who buys stuff. Eco-friendly tips, tricks, and swaps to personally reduce your plastic footprint by not bringing it home in the first place. First, I want to welcome you to the beginnings of my new studio. Thank you all so much for your patience with the moving process. Moving is hard, but when it's been 10 years, it presents some unforeseen challenges, like how much stuff you collect that you didn't even want or use. Lots of it, in my case, I didn't even buy. And then, what in God's name do you do with all that stuff? I mean, in a society where disposable stuff is the norm, why is it so difficult to dispose of it responsibly? Anyhow, we'll address these thoughts at another time in another video. But right now, let's focus on today's pollution problem: plastic in your bathroom. Or more to the point, your shower. My shower? Really? Sadly, as I think about it, yeah, there's lots of it in my shower. Still, surprisingly or not, most of the products we use every day just to clean ourselves come in a pretty significant plastic shell. A typical bathroom may have a bottle of body wash. The plastic is now only in the bottle. There used to be tiny plastic microbeads that were used as exfoliators in many products. But thankfully, a bill was passed in 2015 that banned the use of these microbead scrubbers and removed them all from our products by 2019. Now, if you're using the body wash, it's a pretty safe bet you're also using some kind of a body scrubber or poof, the majority of which are made of plastic. Now, if you're thinking, no problem, I used bar soap like I did, think again. Most bars are wrapped individually in plastic, then grouped together and wrapped in plastic again. The important thing to remember here is all of these plastic things, when thrown away at the end of their useful life, will break down into teeny tiny pieces of plastic, like these, sifted from my local beach. And they will continue to break down until we can't see them anymore. But they will always and forever be with us. Mother Nature can't repurpose this material. She didn't make it. So, how much does what you wash yourself with really matter in plastic pollution land? I mean, it seems like such a small thing, right? How could something so simple and basic and small contribute to such a big issue like the plastic pandemic? Well, let's take a look at the math. If you're a body wash, bath-proof kind of person, the numbers say about 8 plastic items per person every year are discarded just washing yourself in the shower. Doesn't seem like much, but everyone needs to wash themselves, I hope. So if you times that by the roughly 330 million people just in the US alone, that's a lot. 2,640,000,000 plastic items discarded every year just for the single activity of washing bodies, only in our little corner of the planet. Yikes. So is bar soap any better? Let's take a look at the math. Boy, never in my life did I think I would utter those words. So here, using bar soap and a body scrubber, the numbers say you'll discard about 18 plastic items per person every year. Again, not a super huge number, but multiplied by just the US population, and we're looking at roughly 5,940,000,000 plastic items every year to wash our bodies. Now, although the math alone points to body wash as the better option, we need to keep in mind that the actual amount and type of plastic used for bottles and scrubbers far outweighs the amount used to make a wrapper. Now, let's look at what we can use to unplastic this very common daily activity. First, we can use bar soap in non-plastic packaging to replace both the plastic wrapped bars and bottles of wash, and it's really easy to find. To avoid plastic at your local grocery store, look for natural brands that put them in boxes or non-shiny or little to no packaging. Here's a little science says tip. There is no scientific evidence that bar soap strips your skin of healthy oils, makes your skin flake, or collect excessive amounts of bacteria, like body wash makers led us to believe. Do bar soaps collect bacteria? Sure. just like everything else, sponges, towels, etc. But as long as the bar is on a dish with ridges that allows it to dry between uses, both the gooey soap slime mess and the potential bacteria buildup issues that have given bar soap a bad reputation disappear. Now, if you must have the liquid body wash option, let's look at how to reduce the plastic waste here. It's pretty simple. Refill your plastic bottle, making no new trash, instead of buying and trashing a new bottle every time. Ways to do this? Buy in bulk. Purchase the largest size bottle, Costco is great for this as you all know, and refill your personal shower container over and over. See if your local health food store or zero waste store with bulk buying options offers refills on anything. Soap can be a pretty common option. A new spin on this idea is a refill station or store. This is where you can take your empty bottle, plastic or not, and simply refill it. They're not super common yet, so if you happen to see one, please support them. Okay, moving on in our unplasticking, if that's even a word, of the daily showering process, to body scrubbers, bath poofs, or shower sponges, gloves, or pads, whatever you call them. Using a natural loofah scrubber, and they come in lots of forms, instead of a plastic poof, is a great alternative. It's 100% compostable and nature will be happy to get this one back. Just make sure it has a good place to hang and dry between uses, or toss it in your dishwasher as often as you like for sanitizing. A sisal drawstring soap bag is also a fun option. Sisal is a 100% natural fiber made from the agave plant, and it's a soap holder and scrubber all in one. Great for all of those lingering pieces of bar soap you don't want to lose down the drain but are too small to use easily. And just make sure it has a good place to hang and dry between uses, and every once in a while, toss it in the wash and hang to dry for a fresh start. The soap, the loofah, and the sisal soap bag are all better Ocean Planet options than their plastic counterparts. But it's hard to make better choices for the planet and your family if you can't find sustainable alternatives easily or anywhere. So let's map this out for you, nice and simple. Your normal grocery store, multi-purpose department store, or drugstore should have at least a couple of soap options and maybe a loofah scrubber available. Your local health food store or farmer's market is usually a wonderful resource, especially for soap flavors. And shopping locally is really important, particularly during COVID-19. You can also find a good zero waste store with lots of sustainable alternatives, and this is a great option. For those of us here on Oahu, Onakea Bros General Store is an excellent resource. You can see the link right here, or you can find the direct link in this video's description. The direct link will automatically give you a 10% discount on your first order. And when I can sit down and figure out how to give you guys a direct link to the site at the end of the video, I promise I will. In the meantime, use the direct link in the description. So all the swaps that you've seen today are available on their website. They source local, sustainable, and they even deliver within a certain distance, of course. Now this brings us to our weekly Honu challenge, honoring our natural underworld. This week's challenge, take a look in your shower. See what your soap regimen looks like. Identify where the plastic is in your personal routine. And next time it's time to purchase these items, try something new and non-plastic. This is a great, super easy way to start making a difference for our ocean planet right now. I mean, think about how much plastic you'll remove from the equation by making this one simple product adjustment. Now, imagine if everyone did it and the impact that would make. So take the Honu challenge and unplastic your clean regime. Visit Onakea Bros General Store and use the link in the description for your 10% discount to find non-plastic pollution solutions for your shower. Also, help OceanCore continue to grow by visiting Nara Treasures on Etsy and making a donation by 30% by way of purchase. One last thing, don't forget to subscribe to OC's YouTube channel so you don't miss the next pollution solution. And most importantly, whatever you learn here, share it forward. I'll see you next week, Tuesday, for another pollution solution.